Public pressure is mounting on Minneapolis police to explain why an officer shot and killed the woman who called 911 to report what she believed to be a sexual assault taking place outside her home. Justine Ruszczyk was fatally shot Saturday by an officer who reportedly fired his weapon from the passenger seat of a squad car. The responding officers did not have their body cameras turned on. No new information surfaced. Ruszczyk's fiancé says the family has been kept largely in the dark.
An Ohio prosecutor says he will not seek a third trial for a former University of Cincinnati police officer who is white and who shot and killed a black driver during a 2015 traffic stop. Tana Weingartner of member station WVXU has the latest on the case.
After 2 trials on murder and voluntary manslaughter charges, Hamilton County prosecutor Joe Dieter says he won't try Ray Tensing a third time for the death of Sam DuBose.
After discussing this matter with multiple jurors, both black and white, they have to a person said to us that we will never get a conviction in this case.
Dieter says the matter has been referred to the U.S. Attorney's Office for possible civil rights violation charges. DuBose family members were distraught after the announcement and say they'll continue speaking out against police use of force against African Americans. Tensing says he feared for his life during the incident. Prosecutors argued the shooting was unjustified. For NPR News, I'm Tana Weingartner in Cincinnati.
The details surrounding the death of an Australian woman at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer remain sketchy, with authorities there still releasing few details about whether the death of the woman who was about to be married. 40-year-old Justine Ruszczyk, who also went by the name Damon, was due to be married to fiancé Don Damon next month. Still not clear as why an officer responding to her 911 call about a possible assault shot the woman in an alley behind her home. Local media has identified the officer who shot her as a Somali American who joined the police department in 2015. To trial a former police officer who shot and killed his own daughter's boyfriend. Kat Chow of NPR's Code Switch team reports the first of 3 trials ended in a mistrial when juries could not reach a verdict.
Former police officer Shannon Kepler is charged with murder in the fatal shooting of Jeremy Lake in August 2014. Lake had been dating the officer's daughter. Kepler, who is white, says he fired because he thought Lake, who was black, was armed. Police say they did not find a weapon at the scene or on Lake's body. Tulsa County District Attorney Steve Kunzweiler said in a statement that, after consultation with the Tulsa Police Department, we are in full agreement that this case should proceed with prosecution. A lawyer for the former officer says trying this case for a 4th time would be a waste of valuable resources. Kat Chow, NPR News.
Investigators in Minnesota have released new details about the shooting death of an Australian woman by Minneapolis police over the weekend. Minnesota Public Radio's Tim Nelson has more.
The state's Bureau of Criminal Apprehension says one of the 2 officers involved in the incident has spoken to investigators and says he and his partner were looking for an assault suspect in a dark alley late Saturday night. The officer reported he was startled by a loud noise near their vehicle, that Justine Ruschek suddenly appeared beside the driver's side door, and his partner fired from the passenger seat, hitting the woman. The officer who fired, Mohammed Noor, has declined to speak to investigators. Minneapolis Mayor Betsy Hodges said she hoped he would reconsider.
I share the frustration of the community at not knowing things we desperately wish that we knew.
Investigators say they're still looking for a passerby who happened on the scene just after the shooting. For NPR News, I'm Tim Nelson in St. Paul.